Welcome back to another episode of the High Styx Highlights Podcast presented by Smith Sports Media. I'm your host, LJ Smith, and on this very special episode, the Committed Athlete episode, I have Makenna Baessler heading to Vermont to play college field hockey. Makenna, thank you for spending some time with me on this episode.
Yeah, of course. I'm so excited.
When did you first learn about the sport of field hockey?
I'm one of 4 girls. So my 2 older sisters started playing, and it wasn't like really serious. I was more actually of a softball player when I was younger,
Okay.
but we just started getting into it, and I like fell in love with it. So that's how I got into it through my older sisters. Definitely.
And what grade, what age were you?
I was 4 when I
Oh,
first,
wow. So very, very early on. Okay. So when did you first realize that maybe field hockey would be a part of your future?
When I started playing outdoor seriously in 7th grade, like when I was in middle school, full field, I really fell in love with it then.
And what high school do you go to?
I go to Governor Milfflin.
Okay. So that's kind of getting your start there,
Yeah.
learning the sport of field hockey, really getting involved within middle school. So what was that process like for you moving up into middle school and the high school playing field hockey?
Again, having an older sister, at this point, I only played with one when I was a freshman in high school. She really welcomed me, and I just loved it. And like going from grass in middle school to turf was just like made me fall in love with it even more. And
Whole different game.
Yeah, just loved it.
For
Yeah.
sure. Well, what type of skill sets do you bring to your team, whether it's high school or here at High Styx?
Here at High Styx, I'm more of a defender. I play left back, and in high school, I play midfield. So I really bring, I think, vision is one of my really good skill sets. I just see the field well. I can send the ball into space or put on a teammate's stick, and that's one thing I really pass. I feel like I'm pretty selfless with the ball.
And that is one of your strengths. What is other strengths you have, other weaknesses you feel like you can improve on moving up into the college ranks?
I think a weakness is I'm a perfectionist. I make a mistake. I hold myself to a very high standard, and if I don't hit those expectations, I get a little mad at myself.
And you mentioned the positions you play indoor and outdoor. When you head to Vermont, what position do you see yourself playing once you get to the next level?
I would say mid or forward. I feel like my stick skills are another one of my strengths, and I love like finding attacking ways in the circle, whether it's a corner or shot, like a hard shot. I just think that's so much fun. So I hope mid or forward, but you never know when you like get into that new atmosphere and where the coaches think you'll play best at. So
Okay. And then when did you first have that realization that you wanted to be able to play field hockey in college?
I think it was 7th grade, just like moving up and playing against different, more skilled players. It was like, wow, maybe if I work really hard, I can get something out of this and go further with my field hockey career.
And then how did the club have influence whether you were going to play in college or not?
High Styx has really spectacular coaches, and I've been so lucky to work with so many of them. And I think the way they talked about college field hockey, and since they were mostly college coaches, I think that really influenced me to be like, wow, I want to take this step further. And then again, playing against high level players at tournaments, etc., was just, wow, like, yeah, I want to keep playing.
And when did you first get involved with High Styx?
I wanna say, like 8. But
Okay.
again, my 2 older sisters started when it was so new. and-
Okay. So kind of developing through
Yeah.
the club, assisting you in becoming a better athlete, a better
Yeah.
player, and that ultimately leading up to you making the decision to play college field hockey. So let's talk about your recruiting process. What did that look like for you?
As a field hockey player, the rules are you can't start talking to Division I, Division II, well, my time, till June 15th after your sophomore year.
Mhm.
So I just started going to clinics, narrowing my list of like schools I was interested in, and really filing down what schools I wanted to make the drive and trip to go play in front of the coaches directly, and just emailing and going to a bunch of showcases like Shooting Stars in Virginia. I did some Delaware, like Easter showcases, and just, like nationals, making nationals, and then always keeping them updated. Like after my outdoor season, I had this many goals, many assists, and just always like really giving the coaches what they want to hear.
Yeah. So like taking that initial step to get yourself out there.
Yeah.
So doing that, what else did you kind of do to make yourself known to the college coaches you were looking to pursue?
7th grade, I did Nexus, which was still new. It was Futures beforehand, but switched, and I did that. And that was like playing the best of the best. And I got lucky enough where I made the national tournament. So that kind of like really put my name out there. And then with Max Field Hockey, I made top 100, I think it was my freshman year. And then I made top 150 my sophomore year. So that was really, again, like so cool to be honored to like be top 150 in my class. And so I kept pushing that out there. And then finally, June 15th, it came back and it was like a reward. So,
You mentioned that June 15th date again.
mhm.
When did you begin visiting the colleges you were interested in?
I didn't really visit that many beforehand because I kind of wanted to wait and spend the money on see like who wanted me first.
Yeah.
So I didn't really go to that many schools. It was more like showcases and
Okay.
emailing, just like, oh, hey, I'm at this tournament. Like, can you come watch me?
And ultimately choosing Vermont, what led to that decision?
It was funny. I was on a service trip. And so I was in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota and I had no internet. They were interested and I couldn't text them back because I had no service. So I had to climb the top of this hill and text back. And they offered like a visit for me to come, like
Okay.
for an official visit. When I went up there, I loved it. Just the atmosphere and everything. I loved it.
And what contributed to knowing that was the right fit?
The coaches, and I got the honor to eat with some of the team for lunch and just the team atmosphere they had. It was so welcoming and just everything I looked for, and they were lenient, not lenient, but just they had some things that, like, I was looking for, like, no, um, restrictions on majors or anything, and I like to snowboard, so that's
Okay.
another one of the reasons why I went up north, and we asked about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we love when our athletes go out and do things they love, like, outside of field hockey," so that was something that I find really special and something good to look for.
Do you have any decisions on what you're looking to study? Any plans for that?
I'm really indecisive, and through high school, I've taken a bunch of different classes. One time I was, like, leaning towards business, but now I'm on, like, the nursing pre-med track just 'cause the classes I'm taking this year have made me really interested in that, so
Excellent. So, other athletes that are going through the recruiting process, what's some advice you would give to them to make their recruiting process either easier or something you found beneficial throughout your process?
I would say just keep reaching out. You can't reach out enough. Just keep going, and if you're really interested in school, again, keep reaching out, but if they don't show interest back, don't worry. Like, there were so many schools I was like, "I'm set on. I love this school," and they didn't even reach out to me on June 15th, but you just have to keep going because 'cause you're gonna find the school for you. You're gonna find the school that you love.
And it seems like you have with
Yeah,
Vermont.
I'm so
So,
excited.
best of luck with your future and playing college field hockey.
Thank you so much.